So we're going to be looking at scales. Today we're going to be focusing on how to read scales accurately. So part of the National 4 course is to be able to look at scales that might not have every number filled in and be able to work out what those unknown values are. Now, I'm very aware that you might be able to look at a scale and work out what the unknown values are quite easily, but some of the scales will get harder, and it's important that we work out a method that works for every scale. Now, I do apologise if you're screaming in the background. There is 2 PE classes outside, and I do have my windows open, so if you do hear screaming, it's them. Right, so the method that works for all scales is this one. So first off, you need to work out the range of your values. Now, what is the range? The range is just the total value of your scale. Okay, so the total value of this scale would be 20 because, well, my scale starts at 90 and it ends at 110. So how many values is it actually representing? 20. It's representing 20. So you work out your range, which in this case is 20, and then you divide that range by the number of sections in your scale. Now, the sections in this scale, this is a section, this is a section, this is a section, and this is a section. So there are 4 sections in this scale. Okay, now be really careful. We're not talking about the little lines. We're talking about the actual sections here. Okay, so you divide your range by the number of sections, and this will tell you what the scale goes up in. Okay, so 20 divided by 4 is 5. So that means each section represents 5. Okay, so this is my scale here. So we're just going to use the same method here. My range is a little bit easier to work out because my range is just simply 18 because it starts at 0 and goes up to 18. Then I need to work out how many sections I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. Okay. So we're then doing 18 divided by 6, or how many 6s go into 18, which is 3. So that is what my scale goes up in. So this is 3, this is 6, this is 9, this is 12, this is 15. Okay. Okay, here I have a range of 1 because my range, my scale starts at 3 and ends at 4. So my range is simply 1. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sections. Okay. Now remember, oh, sorry, the bell again. If you're dividing by 10, you are just taking your number and moving your number 1 place value along to the right. Okay, so I started off with 1, divide by 10 is 0.1. So each of my sections is 0.1. So this is 0.1, this is 0.2. So it's not 0.1. Apologies, it's 3.1. Okay, because I'm starting at 3. So 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5. The one that I'm actually looking for is 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 4. Okay. This one, my range is 2 because I start at 8 and I finish at 10. And how many sections do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 again. So I'm dividing by 10. Again, you are taking your number, which this would be in the ones column, and you are moving it a place value to the right. So this is 0.2. So each section represents 0.2. So if this starts at 8, this must be 8.2. This must be 8.4, 8.6, 8.8, 9, 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8. Okay. Now, you are a bit more likely to get a question like this, okay, especially if you're planning on doing National 5 applications of maths next year. This is a really common exam question where they'll give you kind of a scale like this, maybe a little bit harder than this, and ask you about like what the pointer's pointing at. So this one, the diagram shows the speed that a car is traveling. What speed is the car traveling at? Now, you could say my range is 100 because it starts at 0 and ends at 100. But if my pointer is between the 60 and the 70, I just really need to be focusing in on this. I don't really need to be focusing in on the whole thing. So I could just say my range is 10. Okay, just starting at 60 and going to 70. And I'm working out how many sections there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. Remember, I am not interested in how many lines there are. There's 3 lines. I'm focusing on how many sections there are, which there are 4. Okay. Now, that is equal to 2.5. There's a couple of different ways you could do that. You could do 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Then divide that again by 2, so half of 5 is 2.5. Because if you're wanting to divide by 4, halving it and then halving again is the same as dividing by 4. So you get 2.5. Okay, so this line must represent 62.5. This is 62.5 plus 2.5, which is 65. This is 65 plus 2.5, which is 67.5. So here, the car must be traveling at 65. And please, this question has a context. Okay, this is kind of the first question in context that we're looking at in this course. So please, if relevant, remember to put the units, okay? That is going to be super important later on.